You referenced Garoppolo, so why don't we hit that before we move off?
Sure.
But one of the stories of the week is that Garoppolo, that his relationship with Shanahan and Lynch deteriorated as the season went on. And even Debo said in an interview, I think on ESPN today, it's like, if we had had another quarterback active, I think we would have won that game. Shanahan seemed particularly, come on, man, we do this for a living. We've been around Kyle Shanahan for a long time. We can see the difference between the end of one season and the end of other seasons.
Usually they're like,
particularly angry.
Yeah, usually they're like, Jimmy, we just want to thank Jimmy. He's been such a tough spot. He's such a good. They always do that. They didn't do that this time. They're like, no, goodbye. Yeah, like, whoa, what's that? What happened?
So,
because you're never going to talk about him again, right? He's gone, and you don't want to thank him for his service. Something happened.
What's your theory? Do you have a theory? I mean, you talk to a lot of Niner content creators. What are people saying? What are the theories that are being bandied about there? Because something clearly happened there. You would not just sign off on Jimmy in a sentence if you had this warmth about him. There was a coldness to that statement that was undeniable.
Yeah, well, Ryan Hensley, who, you're on Monday on my channel. He's on Monday on my channel. He has some sources in the organization, and he said that he heard first. He started all this. He said, word around town, word in the organization is they were sort of hoping Jimmy could at least be like the third quarterback if they needed him in this game, and he said no. So he got other people asking around, and then Jay Glazer got asked on the record, did you hear anything about Jimmy maybe being able to play? And he was like, yeah, they were kind of hoping he would be the emergency quarterback. And then Tim Kawakami said that their relationship went south really quickly last week. So it seems kind of like the Niners were hoping that Jimmy Garoppolo would be a hero and honor his whatever and come back, even though he's not signed for next year, and play. Maybe because I don't know why they thought he would do it, but he didn't. And they're upset. I can't believe that they're surprised. If we had talked about this, I think both of us would have been like, there's no way that Jimmy's going to go out there without a contract. And he didn't. Maybe they felt you shouldn't make that business decision, but I would have. I'm sorry.
Does it change your opinion about Jimmy at all?
No.
Because to me, it does a little bit, because
Fair
it's
enough.
like Jimmy's made a ton of cash.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, are you in this for the ring? Are you in this for the cash? And to me, it comes across like he's in this for himself and for the cash. Maybe that's unfair to
So
Jimmy.
the Niners were banking on like his competitive juices are going to take over. You can play in the NFC Championship game. You could win a Super Bowl. But he's thinking, I could also get hurt, play poorly, and then lose another opportunity to hit free agency healthy. For what? For you? So you could throw me away? Like, no, I'm not going to do it. And you know what? I don't fault him for it. It's actually one of the things that I like most about Jimmy Garoppolo is how he said goodbye to the 49ers after what they did to him for the last few years. I don't mind it, but I know what you mean. He did make I think he made a business decision.
I mean, it makes me wonder if he was afraid of the 70-sack Philly D-line.
I would have been. I just can't believe the Niners thought he would come back and play. Like, I could have told you he wouldn't. I know Jimmy Garoppolo a little bit. I've covered him. There's no way. Ask Martellus Bennett. Ask Julian Edelman. I mean, they could have told you this wasn't going to happen. He's going to make this business decision.
Yeah, so when he initially got hurt, they were like, well, he's out for the year. Oh, no, he's not out for the year, but he might be able to come back late in the year. Do you think Jimmy decided then? Or do you think that or is Jimmy's decision to not come back, do you think it's any way tied to the way, the whole they've moved on with Brock, and Shanahan had some comments where he was like, hey, I've never been more comfortable with a quarterback, and I really feel like this is our best chance. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Shanahan did say some things that made it seem like he was happier with Brock than he was with Jimmy. Do you think Jimmy's decision was anyway impacted by the public, statements of Shanahan, or do you think it's simply the timing of it and he just didn't want to take a chance at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think it's just business. I think him and Don Yee probably sat down. They're like, man, there's no reason for you to risk another injury for this team. Like, you need to be healthy when free agency starts. So if the Niners want you to go out and play, they can give you an extension. If not, they can find another quarterback. And I don't understand how Sean McVay could take Baker Mayfield and get him ready in 2 days to win a game, and Kyle Shanahan, the best he could do was Josh Johnson and hope that Jimmy Garoppolo could come back because they know his system. Man, Sean McVay could teach his system to Baker Mayfield in 2 days. You can't teach Cam Newton. He would have gave you a better chance than Josh Johnson. No offense to Josh Johnson, that's a career backup. There were people on the street who were younger and have started playoff games available, and you're like, nah, we got to go with Josh and Jimmy because they know my system. Man, don't you wish you had done that differently? I don't know.
I wish they had done it differently.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wonder if they just kept Jacob Eason. Would he have played better than Josh? But I don't want to beat up on Josh because Josh was thrown into an impossible situation.
Thank you.
And we all love Josh.
We do.
I don't think any less of Josh.
He should not be remembered by that game either. He should be remembered by the guy who had a nice, long 15-year NFL career that he could be proud of.